Welcome to a section where we will learn about views. And views are database objects that simplifies to a user to query from a data. So a view contains a query, and that query could be very complex, and sometimes we do not want to view all of that data. Once the view is created, it can be handled pretty much as a regular table. In our view query, we could use all of the possibilities that a standard select statement can process. So we can use expressions, joins, groupings, ordering, and so on. The syntax to create a view is as following. So it starts with a create, as same as we would create a table, and we can use an optional keywords or replace. So in a case that a view with the same name already exists, it will be replaced, followed by view, the name of the view, and as followed by the select statement. So when I execute this create statement, we can see our view has been created, and the select statement in our view just simply filters out the employees table, returning only 3 columns for the employees which have salary less than 5,000. So I could fetch the data from our employees filter view, same as with any other table. So select all from employees filter. And we would get the results as it would be from that select statement that's present under the view database object. We can also use the describe function on the view, and we would get the data about those columns. There are, of course, some rules that we have to follow when creating a view. So, for example, if we use expressions in our select list, for example, if I want to concatenate the first name to our last name, so I'm going to just concatenate the first name, right? This create statement is going to fail. So when I execute this, we can see that we have to make on column alias for our expression. So I'm just going to call this as name, right? And on the retry, this view has been created. So now if I describe that view, we can see we have a column name, or I can check the data from it. We can see we have a column name. There is also another way to make column aliases when creating a view, and this would be as follows. I have to add brackets in my create view statement, and I would list all of the aliases, so for each of the columns in our select statement in the view. So I would add view, name, and phone, for example. So when I replace my employees filter view, I can describe it, and we can see that we have column names as ID, name, and phone. And we can also check that from the actual select statement on that view, and we can see this works just fine as we have those columns named as desired, right? After that, we can also use any order by, where clauses, and so on our views. Practically the same as in a regular table. We can also make updates, deletes, and inserts over a view, but under some conditions. But more about that in the next lesson. See you over there.